I got this massive bench. Beautiful workbench. Look at this thing. It's like, I don't know, 20 feet long. And when I moved into this house, I'm thinking to myself, God damn, I'm going to be able to build all sorts of crap on this bench. It's just miles long. But what I found out is, regardless, it doesn't matter how long your bench is, and it could be like 4 feet long, 2 feet long, 1 foot long. In the end, it'll fill up with crap so much, but you always will have just enough room to slide one more thing on. I don't understand that. This bench could be a mile long, and I'd still end up with that same amount of space right here that you actually use next to your vise and everything. Okay, I was going to show you. We'll go outside here. Out here is where I actually do the forge work with, I use coal. And this is a homemade forge here. And that's where I do most of the action, heat it. And then I have my anvil out here. I pound. And then, after a while, when I get the rough forging over work, then I move for the interior work. And that's what I've been doing lately. Ooh, I bet you that's warm. 1 second. Grab a glove here. I have a piece of steel in here. And you can see the curve is exaggerated. And that's because this is 5160. And I'm going to oil quench it. And the oil quenching will straighten out the curve. And so you have to exaggerate the curve. And that's how the state I'm at now. And I've been, see, then I have my 2 anvils down here that I got little homemade anvils here. One of them is a railroad track, and then the other one is, well, I don't know what it is. And I do that water forging thing where you grab your hammer and you dip it in there, and you put water on the anvil. And then when you put the steel in there, it's kind of cooks off all the scale. And here's what here's my tool that I use for the rough forging. I have a 50-pound Little Giant power hammer, trip hammer, whatever they call it. Now the steel, God, look at this. These are busted blades. All my failures. The steel I've been using is these truck leaf springs. And so what I do is I cut it like about right here. And then I take my gas saw from work, and I split her right down the middle because there's too much material here. And so I end up with this section here. This is what you end up with. What is it, about a little over a 1.5 foot long. And that's what I start forging. Now I have other piece of steel here. I don't know what it is. This is a John Deere load shaft, 5160. This is another thing I use. Then we're getting rare though. These are all, this is another sword that cracked. I dropped it on the floor. Cracked it. I was forging it, and it was too hot. I was forging this end, and I wanted to hold on to this end and forge the other end, so I just dropped it in a water puddle to cool it, and it got so hard that I went into, and then I went up to my anvil after it was cold enough to hang on to, and I went up to my anvil, and I just kind of went like that just to set it there for a second, and it snapped off. It got so hard. These are other swords that cracked. Here's another one that cracked. They say that master smiths lose about, I don't know, 30 to 60% of their work. Ooh, here, these are ball bearings, 5200 steel. And this is what I make knives out of. It's tricky because there's not a lot of steel there, but it's beautiful steel. And then here's my experiments. I've been experimenting with Damascus, cable Damascus. And, well, that's about it then. I chop the steel with my bandsaw or this here saw. I weld on it on my little welding table. But most of the work happens over here on this forge. It's a Whisper 3 burner, propane. And that's mostly my shop. Oh, I make handles for knives out of bighorn, Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep horns. So that's kind of cool. Okay, well, that's about it for here. Talk to you later.